Hey guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, nowadays I am seeing a lot of people upload videos on social media comparing lifestyle in Canada and USA with India. So I thought of give some true picture, okay, about all this, because I've been living here in Canada for like 13 years now almost. So I have seen a lot of things. Half of my life, like one third of my life more has been in Canada and then in India too, so I can give you some better picture, and I have seen many things out of India, so I'm gonna tell you. So make sure you watch this video till the end. First of all guys, I'll tell you the positive point of living in Canada. Okay, if you can afford a roof overhead, if you can afford food on your table, then there are certain things you don't need to worry about, like electricity, water, these things. There is no shortage. Now some of you may argue that in India also we don't have any shortage of this, but it depends upon localities, places where you live. In some localities, even in every city, there's always scarcity of water. In some localities, some good societies, nothing. It's always available. But here in Canada, I have never seen out of like these 13 years. Okay, in India, if power cuts happens, that's not a big deal. It happens. In Canada, it's a big deal. If a power cut happens, it's considered like, of course there are reasons, especially during winter. If energy supply goes down, people may lose their life because of intense cold. So definitely energy supply is very critical here. But yes, like out of my 13 years, I have never faced anything like that. You may find like when it comes to lifestyle, so lifestyle varies person to person. Some of those who wanna live sedentary lifestyle, they live. Those who wanna live with working lifestyle, they do. So these things I don't bother. Coming to other aspects of life, definitely like in India, population is too high, 1.4 billion if I'm not wrong. Canada is like 3.9 million. So if you compare, this is like if you just combine, like I think if we account Mumbai and suburban population, that's gonna be more than entire Canada, definitely. So population wise, there is no compare. Population is less, so this does give you some benefits but some challenges too. For example, if you need service, sometimes it's really gonna get hard. For example, be it healthcare or anything, like even if a skilled worker, if I need an electrician, I call an electrician, may not be available right away. Okay, maybe tomorrow, day after or something. Of course, legal and licensed. But in India, it's very easy to get, right? In every market, you're gonna find a lot of electricity shops, those who have their own electricians, trained electricians. But you know how things work, so you get. But here, that's not the case. Okay. Coming to public services, some are really good. Okay, without waiting, like your identification, other things, even driving that you wanna do. It's a system-based approach. Of course, there are bad actors who try to find out loopholes and exploit. That happens everywhere, so there's nothing to be shocked over here. But and India also, like these things happen, so I don't have to go there. But yes, you do feel loneliness here if you don't have good circle around you. Okay, you do feel loneliness, like 19,000 if I'm not, miles away from your homeland, and you feel loneliness. There is no scarcity of like Indian content here. If you wanna watch television, in internet, it's readily available. All Indian apps work here, all Indian channels are available here, so there's no shortage of that. And you get very good high speed internet nowadays here. Like most of my friends use 1 gigabyte and above. I also use 1.5 gigabyte, so there's no like shortage of Indian content. Anything I want to watch, I can watch. I have no problem with that. So those things, I never had any issue, and things are going well. Food, yeah, all Indian foods you get here. Okay, all Indian foods you get here. If you want to cook, like in Indian stores, you find everything. Okay, so that's not a problem. Okay, Indian restaurants all are there. Now some people may start comparison. Oh, here we don't get food like India, but there we do. I mean, those things will always be their discussion. I don't want to get into that, but it's those things, there's no problem. So if you go for the shortcoming, these things are there. Another thing that is very important, that may be like a showstopper or something, is like healthcare. I'm not saying Canada's healthcare is bad, but here it's like public healthcare. So the wait time could be too high. Like if you go to an emergency room, you might be waiting, based on the criticality of your situation, you might be waiting 6 to 8 hours sometimes to see a doctor. In India, like if you have money, you have honey. Like if you go and if you have money, you can afford your good treatment at a good hospital. You're gonna go and see a doctor right away within 5 minutes too, right? It's possible. If you wanna see a specialist, you can directly go to a specialist and get yourself checked. If you wanna go for a diagnostic testing, you can for many minor diagnostic testing like checking your blood work, urine work, you don't need a doctor's referral. You can go to a diagnostic center and they are gonna do it, right? But here that's not the case. Everything needs to go through a doctor, and that may take time. Okay, so that's a game changing, especially for old age people. I would say, yeah, healthcare needs to improve, no doubt. Waiting time needs to improve, no doubt. And these are expensive too. Canada is really expensive nowadays. Everything it's very expensive. Cost of living is too high. But yeah, I understand it's everywhere. Even whoever I have spoken to, who last I visited India back in 2022, and I found it much costlier than my previous visit. That was in 2019. Okay, and then this year, like I have some people, those who have gone, they say the same, and most probably you guys can comment something about it, like how costlier is India. But I believe it's still very costly, like because price of everyday's commodities has gone up, and inflation is impacting lives over there too. Yeah, that's true. Now, because of less population and wide country, like greenery is very good here in Canada. We have like world's most fresh water. Okay, and that's why pollution is less. Okay, if you see the list of top polluted cities, or if you compare the AQI level, it's much lesser than major cities in India. Even not major, even I would say second tier cities in India also, if you compare, pollution here is much less. But again that the population does play a role. In India, everyone has a bike or a two-wheeler, right? And when they use it, produces a lot of air pollution. And then our habits, plastic waste, because of the population. And when there's population, there will be. Here you'll hardly see anyone driving two-wheelers are there, no doubt. There are bike loving people, those who do, but because of the seasonal impacts, very less people have bikes. Mostly you will see cars. Okay, and without car, it's really hard to survive. If you live outside major cities in Canada, it's almost very difficult to survive, because like if I say about India, if I want to go somewhere, I have many options. I can get a hand rickshaw, I can get a cycle rickshaw, I mean to say, sorry. Then I can get auto rickshaw, I can get Uber, taxi, cab, so many options. Bus. So here it's not like that. Buses have fixed spots. There's no auto rickshaw here. You can call Uber, you can call taxi, but then you got to pay. So these are all the facts, guys. So I leave it up to you. But yes, few fact: cost of living is high. So only if you remember at the beginning of the video itself, I said if you can afford. So that's the reality here, guys. Let me know what you feel about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.